It's the Goody Two-Shoe Show. It's the Goody Two-Shoe Show. This the Goody Two-Shoe Show. Yeah, I got some new shoes on. Yeah, the Goody Two-Shoe Show. Goody Two-Shoe Show. Goody Two-Shoe Show. This the Goody Two-Shoe Show. Yeah, I got some new shoes on. Yeah, I got some heat this week. 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 Yeah, new releases of some OGs. Yeah, let's talk about it with some OGs. Yeah, got them Jordans and them SBs. Yeah, ultra boosting for the hype bees. Yeah, look, if you ain't get them early, then you got them late. Let's talk about it every Saturday around 8. Every week, new pickups with a new guest, challenging their minds as we put them to the shoe test. Shoe flex, breaking necks, it's a fire. Got a whole room full of gems I acquired. Sometimes the seller, but most times the buyer. Open up the box and it sound like a choir. It's the Goody Two-Shoe Show. It's the Goody Two-Shoe Show. This the Goody Two-Shoe Show. Yeah, I got some new shoes on. Yeah, the Goody Two-Shoe Show. Goody Two-Shoe Show. Goody Two-Shoe Show. This the Goody Two-Shoe Show. Yeah, I got some new shoes on. Yeah, I got some heat this week. Yeah, I got some heat this week. Yeah, I got some heat this week. Yeah.
So I'm going to hand it over to our good friend Aaron, who is going to feature some of our viewers who have hashtagged some of their sneaker photos this week with the hashtag Heat This Week, which you hear in our intro song by our good friend Jay the Kid. So Aaron, what do we got this week? Who was showing off some heat this week?
All right, guys. So here we got our boy Jay showing off the Yeezy. I believe those are the Cinders.
Hashtag
I don't know. Huh?
Hashtag Cinders. Yeah.
Yeah. Hashtag Cinders. There's a ton of Yeezy colorways that kind of are all similar, but these are fire. Shout out to our boy Jay. We do have a couple of more. We did ask for SBs and pictures of those sorts because our originally we were anticipating our guest being our Danny Supa, so we thought it'd be appropriate. Next up is our boy Carlos. Carlos is featured. These came out just this week. Crazy come up for Carlos. This shows why it's important to have good friends in the sneaker community. Maybe Carlos will share the story again, but he did share it on our live, so go check that out.
You can see Mike in the background.
Yeah, Mike is in the background being a good hype man. This is our boy Jesse, or NSB So Searching. These are fire. If you know Jesse, you know his collection is, or his SB collection is just ridiculous. So shout out to him. And then we do have one more.
That was his son there with him as well. That was his son Lane. They had the same pair of shoes on. So
that's awesome.
Shout out to Lane.
Family tings.
And then last but not least is our boy, the Real Shoe Monster, part of the Goody Two Shoes fam with the Supreme Dunks. Can't go wrong with these. So again, if you want to get featured on the Heat This Week section of our podcast, please on Instagram, do us a favor and tag Goody Two Shoes LV and use the hashtag Heat This Week. And we're going to be looking at that hashtag all week for an opportunity to be featured on the next episode. But that's all we have for Heat This Week.
Thank you, Aaron. That was fantastic. Really exciting. We want to feature anyone and everyone. So please, please, please hashtag your stuff Heat This Week and at us on Instagram. Usually we're like, don't at me. Right now we're saying at us. Do it. We'll take it. So we'll move right on to the next segment of our show, which is going to be our sneaker spotlight of the week with Ryan.
Dope. All right. I got this week's sneaker spotlight. So the shoe I want to spotlight this week is one of my personal favorites. And, amidst the whole quarantine, you get kind of bored and sometimes you do some crazy things. So for those who know me, like one of my favorite shoes of all time is the neutral gray Jordan 1 from 1985. And broke boy gang, so can't afford those. So I decided to just take my all white Air Force One and do kind of a homage to them. Yellow the midsole, neutral gray swoosh, neutral gray back.
How did you yellow the midsole?
I mixed cream colored Angelus paint and like a little dot of yellow.
Okay, and so that's painted on there then.
Yeah, so it's painted.
That's awesome.
Yellow and sealed, and then I ended up buying some ivory color laces to go with it, and yeah, I wear these probably like 3 times a week. They're like my favorite shoe in my collection right now. I'll say that about a lot of pairs because everything I have left now is like my favorite stuff. But yeah, this pays homage to the neutral gray Jordan 1s that I would love to own one day and that I will own one day.
Where do you get your shoelaces? Plug whoever that is.
I just bought them on eBay. I just searched like ivory or sail color laces.
Dope.
Yeah, so I don't have anyone in particular, but yeah, that is my spotlight of the week.
We're going to do something that we did last season that we kind of discontinued because well, at least for me, my wife didn't like this segment, but it was a recent pickup segment. We all felt kind of pressured to always have a recent pickup every Saturday. So that kind of made us buy more shoes.
We spent a lot of money. Season 1.
I don't even want to know how much I spent season 1. But
dude, me either.
We've got some time to fill today with our guest not being here, and we wanted to show off some of our recent pickups. So I will graciously let Aaron go first, and I'll follow him up.
So unfortunately for my wife, I haven't really slowed down since season 1. These guys know season 1 is kind of like a resurgence. I did before that just slow down. I wasn't buying shoes forever, which she loved. But after season 1, I kind of just continued this love for Forces. If you're on the Vegas Sneakerheads page, you've seen some of my pickups. But the ones that I want to show today is just a pair of my all-time favorites that I was able to get recently. And it is the Black Cat 3s. Really good condition. There needs to be a little repainting done, but not too much. And that's just kind of as expected with Black Cat 3s is that paint chips away. And but Black Cat in general, some of the dopest silhouettes or colorways in Jordan. We have these Black Cat 4s. And so you can't go wrong with a pair of Black Cat. What's funny is I started season 1 with 0 pair of Jordans. Like I had an absolute disdain for Jordans. And then the show, I kind of started looking at them again. And now I have like 8 or 9 pairs. I have these. I picked up a pair of Black Cement 3s, Royal 10s, True Blue 3s, Cyber Monday 3s, Cool Gray 4s. Yeah, so
I'm realizing now that you've probably got more than Brian and I put together since season 1.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. It was my birthday week this week, so of course I had permission to buy some kicks. And if you guys know me or ever watch the show, you know that I don't care much about hype. I just buy what I want and I buy what I like. And so everything that I buy may not be for everyone, but it definitely is for me. And so yeah, I even hit on sneakers today, which is crazy, right?
Wow. Let's have wow.
Someone from the Goody Two-Shoe show
actually hit
on sneakers. What in the world? Maybe Nike's watching.
Shout out to
Nike. All right, Carlos, you're up, man.
Okay, so I'll go quickly through them because I've got 4 here. But first and foremost, Biohack Jordan 1s. I am in love with this sneaker. The longer I've had it, the more I like it, and I think that trend is just going to continue in that direction. Beautiful shoe. If you guys want to, you can go on our Instagram. I featured this shoe with Ryan we went live, The Real Shoe Monster, on our Instagram. And I talked about how this shoe is very, very similar to a shoe that released in 2005. It's the Undefeated Dunk, the no liner Dunk. So I had to get this shoe, and I'm very happy that I found it at retail. So shout out to Jesse for picking it up for me at the mall when I couldn't make it there because I was at work. And shout out to Rick Brown in the Spokane Sneaker Group. He made the post saying that Champs store at the mall got the restock. So,
dude, that is true. I never even thought about that. They do kind of resemble the classic Fiesta Spurs color.
Oh.
Never noticed that, but yeah, that's true. Shout out to the Spurs. Go Spurs, go.
I'm trying to think. Were they in the play? No, they weren't. They didn't even make the playoffs. So
it's all right. We made it the last 22 years, so we'll just.
I guess you can take a year off, right?
We'll take a year off.
Okay, next up, we've got the goat in the house. He's on my shirt. He's on my shoes. But I found these on a little app called OfferUp. A lady posted these, and she posted them for $60. These are the LeBron 8 Yankees colorway, and it's a beautiful sneaker. I really, really like this color on it because it's not just like a regular blue. It's not even quite navy blue. It's kind of different. So I offered $40 and she said yes. So $40 later, I picked these up and they're fantastic. She didn't know what she had. She had them listed as the LeBron like Zoom Soldier or something or other because that's what the box said that she had with the shoes. So she had no idea what she had. So her loss.
Love that.
But my gain, I'm okay with that.
Isn't that always nice, man? Like when you're searching on an online forum, and that used to happen a lot with eBay when we first, like Ryan and I started first buying on eBay. Like they would just title it like Jordan, or or Nike Jordan or something like that, and then you look and you're like, what the heck? This is a Flint 12 or a Bread 1, and they have no idea how much it was worth, and so yeah, her loss is your gain. That's awesome,
for sure. Third, we have the Nike LeBron 17 low. It is the Toon Squad colorway, and my favorite detail on this shoe, as you can imagine, is the fluffy swoosh to resemble the tail of good old Bugs Bunny. But you can see here it says "What's up, Doc?" on the inside. It's got the Toon Squad logo. Where are we at? There we go. On the insole, and then LeBron's logo in more of a Toon Squad font on the back. Great shoe. I love it. The other side has red laces, so kind of mix and match, but well executed. And if anybody knows me, knows how much I love the movie Space Jam, I had to have these. I didn't get them at retail, but I got them a lot cheaper on an app called Grailed. So I'm sure we'll talk about that later tonight. But last but not least, one of my recent pickups here, I doubled up on the Dunkman LeBron 7s. So 3 pairs of LeBrons this week, and I'm pretty happy about it. I mean, I don't know if they're. I don't think I have a more favorite colorway of the LeBron 7 than this one. This is probably my favorite colorway of LeBron 7.
Not even LeBron 7s. Okay.
South Beaches are 8s.
Christ the King.
Ooh.
Also a very good one, but it's just something about this one. I can't get over that. How like that green pops so much.
Yeah.
A very nice shoe. So yeah, those are my recent pickups.
Dope.
Let's not do this segment again.
Yeah. This segment sparked some bad habits.
It's bad. Bad news bears. Okay.
Yo, real fast. If you're in the comments, man, let us know what you've picked up recently. Man. If you're watching, let us know what you've picked up. Did you hit on the Biotex? Did you hit on the 5s today? The 1s yesterday? Did you?
I hit on the Air Maxes this morning.
I like those a lot. I like those Air Maxes.
Yeah, those are good.
I'll see what happens to them. I don't know. I don't know if I'll keep them, but we'll see. We wanted to have an honest, raw, real, live conversation with you guys. Everybody that's watching today, we want to get some input. We'll share ours, obviously, but we want to see what you guys think in the comments. So let us know. But we're going to hand it over to Aaron, who's going to ask some questions that should, get the mind running a little bit and start to formulate some opinions on what we're going to be talking about. So take it away, Aaron.
Okay, so one of the biggest things that are just something huge in sneaker culture this week happened. I guess not sneaker culture, but more pop culture is the Travis Scott collab with McDonald's. Just crazy, right? Kind of monumental. Not a lot like that's happened before. And then there's of course this recently in the sneaker culture, we've seen how big of an influence Travis has, especially on the SB marketplace. And so kind of today, what we wanted to talk about is just kind of the history of that with you guys and get your opinion on it. So so the first question that we're really wanting to talk about is how have rappers influenced the sneaker market? And then some just people that I put up there is Travis Scott, Pharrell, and Kanye West. How have we seen them kind of dictate the market of shoes, right? I know for a while we had the moment that sticks out to me mostly, I have two. Like the first one is Kanye West wearing the all white Flyknit racers or trainers, and then the value on those just skyrocketing, right? And then most recently we have Travis Scott with the Newcastle SBs, which is ridiculous, right? So yeah, guys, I'm gonna turn it over to you, Brian and Carlos. What are your thoughts, man? What has been your experience with this? Which one of these guys do you think has had the most influence, or like, has their influence been different depending on like the stage we're at? What are you guys' thoughts?
For sure. So for me, I'll start with Pharrell. I feel like Pharrell allowed, with what he did and with his influence, he allowed people like us and also skaters, because he was huge in the skate industry, and his shoes were skate shoes, but he allowed us to be different,
Skateboard
to really just do things that weren't normal in a sense, and wear things that weren't your everyday thing, wearing brighter colors or wearing statement pieces, like he made us more comfortable, I would say, or me. I remember watching Ice Cream Volume 1, the skate DVD, and just I watched that thing on repeat, like over and over and over again. A lot of it was to see like what they were wearing. Also, because at the time I was like into skating. I'm not very good at skating. Don't try to get me to skate with you or anything. But
You're not?
No. And ice creams, because ice creams at the time were so different. They were just, ice creams and vapes, and they go hand in hand in a sense. And then Kanye came into the picture. And I've been following Kanye. Like, I can remember the day I first recognized Kanye. It was like in 2005. And he was another one where I feel like he played off of what Pharrell was also putting out there, and where he just wore what he wanted, how he wanted, and allowed people to do the same thing. And the biggest thing that I think Kanye did for the community was allow high-end fashion to mix in with streetwear and street culture. Nobody was really doing that at the time, So, and then I guess we can get to Travis Scott later, because I feel like his influence is huge, obviously huge. And I don't think we see it as much because we've been around a lot longer. But for the kids now, if you look at them, that's their influence. Travis Scott is their Pharrell, is their Kanye. And it just so happens that we live in a time where, prices are crazy. There's a lot of collaborations. A lot of things are different. So I kind of want to picture it as if what's happening now with Travis Scott happened when we were younger, and when we were looking at Skateboard P and at Kanye West. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great point. And I think the timing is everything, because when you look at that, can you throw that list up again, Aaron, those list of names? when you look at this list, there's, I mean, obviously Pharrell and Kanye West have been around in sneakers and in fashion a lot longer than Travis Scott, but that kind of, at least in my opinion, kind of worked to their disadvantage because of where social media has kind of taken the world by storm. And that gave Travis Scott, that gives and continually gives Travis Scott an edge when it comes to the influence that he can have on whatever industry he wants. Music, sneakers, fast food. It's just ridiculous how he's been able to, you know, dip into all these different markets. But a lot of it has to do with social media. So if Instagram wasn't a thing, if Twitter wasn't a thing, if Facebook wasn't a thing, however it is that people are finding out about Travis Scott and what he's wearing, if none of those platforms were around, I don't think he'd have as big an influence on sneakers, music, fast food as he has. So I think here, I'm gonna share my screen. So I'll share this one real quick. So this is one that comes to mind of people who were somewhat influential with the sneakers that they liked to wear, and they were artists as well. I remember this is one of the main reasons why I started wearing Vans, was because of hyphy music. That whole movement in 2005, 2006, 2007, like my beginning years of high school, were definitely heavily influenced by the Bay Area and the way that they dressed, the way that they talked, the music, the rappers, Mac Dre, Mr. Fab, E40, all of those people. And they associated themselves with Vans and got my Vans on, but they look like sneakers. That whole song really just made Vans cool again. And not cool again, because they were still cool for people who rocked with Vans from the jump, people like Ari, but it made Vans cool for a whole new crowd of people, right? And so that's an example of people who are doing very similarly what Travis Scott is doing. They're doing music and they're associating themselves with a specific shoe and seen some success with it. So I got one more here that I'll share. But this is another one that I feel like had a pretty big influence on that specific sneaker. Everybody remembers Nelly. Everybody remembers the song Air Force Ones. Give me 2 pairs. I need 2 pairs. Like this was a giant song, a huge song. That if Air Force Ones weren't already one of the biggest sneakers in fashion and basketball, then this song definitely put them back on the map. But Nelly didn't get as much tread or traction or as much attention as Travis Scott is today. And again, I feel like that goes back to the power of social media, how much more of an influence somebody can have through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever the case is. So those are my thoughts.
Facts, pure facts.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, like, because the influence is kind of manifested in a different way, right? For each of them, like you can see the influence of like Pharrell and Kanye, or like by the designs and things like that. Travis Scott's influence is almost, I'm not gonna say completely, but like it's almost 100%. That's like completely. It's like, I would say 75% of his influence is measured by market trends, right? By how much shoes go up when he wears them, and you know, by virtue like the price and the resale prices on his own shoe. I mean, this just happened recently, right? But Travis Scott puts on a pair of Newcastle SBs, right? And we know right now, especially I'm gonna pull up the exact picture. But we know that the SB market has been crazy, right? Like the SB market has been crazy lately. But then Travis Scott puts on a pair of Newcastle Dunks, just a regular picture, right? Doesn't even have to say anything. And immediately, I don't know if you guys saw it, but like in Facebook pages that I was in, the price jumped up almost like $300-400 immediately just when this picture surfaced.
Yep.
Like, that's crazy. Why do you guys think that is? Like, what makes it that he can wear a shoe, like, and then immediately people can assume value has jumped by double or several $100s in a shoe?
It's because of how things are today. You know, we have selling platforms today that we didn't have in the past. Social media is a huge thing. And obviously he is the influencer. He is who Nelly was to us, who Kanye was to us. The reasons why we were wearing, I mean, I don't think Aaron and I wore Air Force Ones because of Nelly,
Right.
you know, but we did start wearing Flyknit trainers because of Kanye. Jordan 1s, Kanye helped bring that back huge, bread ones, infrared 6s. You know, when Kanye was wearing that stuff, and then when his shoe dropped, his shoe was on another level when it came to resale, because at the time, like, resale was kind of already predicted. It kind of already had like a standard. Like, if it was a Jordan, it might be like $50 to $100 over on release day, and then that slowly trickled down. If it was a foam posit, it'd be like $300. But Kanye, for some reason, with his shoe, it was always over $1,000 on release day. So, you know,
And they've maintained that value.
Yeah, well, even more now, and
Right.
that's because Kanye will never stop being one of the main influencers in pop culture and everything to do with that.
I just don't get the appeal. Like, I really don't understand. Like, when Michael Jordan, you know, roamed the earth as the greatest basketball player of all time, his shoes obviously had an influence on younger athletes who, I mean, the commercials themselves, like, I want to be like Mike, and it's got to be the shoes. Like, all of those marketing schemes really painted a picture for these younger athletes. Like, this shoe, if I get this shoe, I'm going to be better at basketball, right? If I get this shoe, I'm going to look better than everybody else on the court. Like, there was a specific reason why people were getting Michael Jordan shoes, because they wanted to be better at basketball. And they wanted to just look like Mike, or wanted to be like Mike, right? So I guess this whole Travis Scott thing falls under that category. They don't, because Travis Scott is a rapper. So do they buy the shoes to be a better rapper? No, they don't do that. They do it so they can probably be like Travis, right? It's more along those lines, as opposed to trying to be whatever.
I would say, yeah, like, be like Travis, but also fashion is playing a bigger, you know, fashion is the big scheme of this whole thing,
Sure.
especially nowadays. People want to dress well and make statements with what they're wearing, and it's cool to have the same things, just like it was cool for us, and our friends, like, you know, walking into class with a new pair of Air Force Ones was always like neck breaking, you know, instead of groundbreaking, neck breaking. But yeah, like, kids just want to look cool overall now, because if you look, it's not just the shoes that Travis, like, people were copying his whole fit, which is the same thing people were doing with what Pharrell was wearing and what Kanye was wearing. It's just now it's just on a different level, man. Like, it's just evolved so much. It's evolved because of social media, because of these selling platforms. It's more available to people. Like, we don't have to wait till 106 in Park is on to see what these people are wearing in music videos. You know, we can see it the second they release this music video.
Right.
You know, so
it's amplified, and it's, what's the word? When you speed up the process of something, expedited, right? Like, it's shipped way faster to get the word out these days. So not only can you have a big influence, but that influence can take about 0.2 seconds to start rolling. So interesting. Great question, Aaron.
I always think too, like, I guess I'm very protective, and I'm gonna switch Carlos with me so that you can see his shoes. I always I've always found it interesting though. I guess I'm protective of the term sneakerhead because you see like millions of Facebook groups with the title so and so sneakerhead or this city sneakerhead, right? And I guess to me, like there's nothing wrong with wanting to look good, right? Like wanting the shoes to like for the fit. But I feel like the term sneakerhead defines much more than what you're doing about your fit, right? Like I don't know, maybe that's just my opinion, but I almost feel like people use that term too loosely. And I don't want to call anyone a hype beast, but you're like there
But
is
that's okay because, and sorry to interrupt you, because
no,
this
you're
came
good.
to mind when you were talking. Back in the day, we used to call the people hype beasts, and we used to kind of put them into this bubble. And then there was like the hype beasts and then the sneakerheads, you know? And now everything's kind of mingling where hype beasts are comfortable and sneakerheads are hype beasts. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's time to just kind of loosen up about it all and just, it's part of the culture now. We have to let it be. Like I know we want to be protective of being true sneakerheads, but because of where it is today, I think being a true sneakerhead is I don't not being a hype beast, but if you know what I mean, like it's coming together as one thing.
Yeah. So I guess this leads us to the next question that we're gonna kind of talk about and wrap up the show with, and I want you guys to give your input in on the comments. But um, we've talked about the influencer rappers and stuff, but we also have had a huge transition in how the sneaker market looks. In that before the value of the shoe kind of came from the person, right? Like the value of the shoe came from what it meant to you in your collection, what it meant I guess to the community as a whole. But now we have, platforms like StockX or Go that dictate market prices. What are your guys' overall thoughts on that? Do you think it's a positive thing? Do you think it's negative? Does it really not matter? Because obviously there's this huge jump up in what sneakers were selling for and reselling for and what they are now. And so I guess I'll start with you, Carlos. What are your thoughts on platforms like StockX and Go kind of dictating where the sneaker market is?
I think the answer is in the question, and I think it's a sad thing that StockX or GOAT or whatever other platforms that exist out there are dictating the market's prices. I think that's the sad part in and of itself. And I think one of the main reasons, like you asked me this question a while ago, where you said if you could start an app similar to StockX or to GOAT or what have you, what's one thing that you would change? And I think one thing that StockX shows us as buyers and sellers is what the shoes have been selling for. What was the last sale price? And I think that I mean, it's such a small detail, but it makes such a big difference because now, like, for example, last week I'm approached by someone who wanted to sell me a pair of Kyrie for Black History Months. I don't want the shoe. And he was trying to sell me on it. And I was like, no, thanks, I'll pass. And he's like, bro, like these go for like $250 on StockX and you don't want them? And I went back and I looked at StockX and there were in size 10.5, there were maybe 8 or 9 sales of that shoe on StockX. So I went and I looked it up and the last purchase was $250. The ones before that were like $145, $170, $150. Like all of them previously to that one was way lower than $250. But because someone out there in the world was dumb enough to pay $250 for that pair of shoes, now the market considers that shoe to be worth $250. I just don't like that. I think that's such a terrible way to look at the value of shoes. I mean, what they're worth is what somebody's willing to pay. I get that. I'm not willing to pay that. So to me, that shoe is not worth $250. So that's one thing that I would change about apps like StockX. Who cares what somebody else bought them for? What do you want to sell them for? And as the buyer, how much are you willing to spend on them? I think that's what's most important. So I could go on a rant on that all day, but that's just one thought that I would change about current market apps.
Yeah, I mean, here soon we're going to be getting on some apps and trying out this new thing. But as far as StockX goes, man, I feel like I just have to agree with you, Carlos. Like, I don't know what more can be said. Yeah, I mean, it's as basic as that. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that because I don't think there's more I can say. It was spot on, Carlos, like what you said.
Thank you.
We have a couple of comments that I think are spot on. So let's look at one that Ramsey said. He said they also need to figure out a way to cap an asking price, because if the last sale, for example, was $200 and someone asked $400 for the same shoe, is killing the market.
Yeah.
Agreed. I think too. I agree with Ramsey just because I guess if you're a seller and you're benefiting from this, then you see this as a good thing. However, like, I think it's led to, like, we know personally people who've had sales canceled because they realize all of a sudden, like, oh, I could actually sell this for more on StockX. And so I just think it doesn't necessarily translate as a good thing to the community. Granted, like right now, people are able to cash out and are able to get their money, which is awesome. But I think it beats the purpose of a collection. Kind of like what Carlos said, a shoe is worth what you think it's worth and what the buyer's willing to pay for it. And so I always refer back in the day just because it was simpler times. But like, you determine the value of a shoe in your collection, right? So like Brian and I, we would meet up, we take the bus and meet up with people, right? And beforehand, you worked out what the values of the shoes were and what was a comparable trade or price for them. And that's kind of how it worked. You didn't need to tell the whole world what you paid for it, what you traded for it. It was kind of a more intimate detail between the seller and the buyer. And so I'm going to agree. I think it's been a negative influence on the market because, well, I wouldn't say on the market. I would say more on the community. Like it calls for less community and more profit. Let's see, Ryan.
It opened the business. It opened the door for business and sneakers.
Yeah. So Ryan said, I think their direct influence on the market is influential, but also tends to oversaturate the market as a whole. It can easily be skewed and monopolized, which to me is a problem. I agree. You almost never see a sales post on Facebook or any other medium that doesn't compare or reference StockX prices. Like, it's crazy to me that this app or this platform has so much influence over the sneaker community that we've almost lost the ability to think for ourselves as far as what shoes values are. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you are doing a deal with someone, they're almost always going to say, what are these going for on StockX? Or let me look on StockX and see what I can get for these. Yeah. Like, there's no intimacy or there's no, it's almost like we cannot exist without StockX right now as a sneaker community, because it literally tells us, and it hinders other deals, right? Because kind of reiterating on the point, it's just people are backing out of deals left and right once they see, like what you said, Carlos, what the last sale was on StockX. And then Jesse, I'm going to agree with this. I'm going to pull this comment up, and this is probably one of the things that I agree with the most. Shout out to Jesse. Everyone just needs to calm down and start wearing your shoes again. And if you're not going to wear them, allow someone who is going to wear them to buy them at retail. I am not going to put this out there. I'm not against resellers. I'm not against people who are making a business. What I am against is people not allowing other people the opportunity who actually want a part of the sneaker community, who want these shoes for the personal, for the collection. I hate the fact that, like, I get exclusivity, I get market demand, but I hate the fact that as a true collector, I mean, I'm not saying myself, anyone who's a true collector, you have to compete with people who could care less about the shoe and more their business. And there's a difference. Like people, like I used to be get passionate, but this is something I'm really passionate about. Sneakers has been part of my life since I was little, you know. And so when I see the community changing in that direction, it kind of, I mean, it kind of gets me, you know. You're never against someone feeding their family or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like, it reminds me of the dude who bought all the hand sanitizer at the beginning of COVID across the state of Tennessee, and then was sitting there trying to resell it after because he knew people would want them. And it's just like, come on.
Word.
All right. Well, we'll keep it moving. We really do appreciate it. It looks like this topic is, I wouldn't say it's ruffling some feathers, but people definitely have some opinions on it. I'm scrolling back through these comments, and lots of people have some things to say about them. So we really do appreciate you sharing your thoughts on it, sharing your opinions. Hopefully we hit on some points that you align with. And if you've got more points that you'd like to make, feel free to post them in the comments. And this is a conversation that we can probably have a dozen more times. And we probably will have some more times with future guests if they decide to show up. So with that said, we want to do something a little different that we've never done before on the show. And this was an idea that was thrown out right before we went live. We're calling it the Frugal 50. The goal is each one of us is going to get 5 minutes each to look on whatever platform we want to find the best deal for $50 or less. Okay? So this is going to be crazy. So we're going to go one at a time. I don't know who's going to go first. Should we go? How do we decide this? Who's going to go first?
Let's just do ABC.
Dang. Okay. Not fair.
Okay. Order. And here's how it's going to work. At the end, I hope everybody's paying attention because we need your help in order for this to work. At the end of all of our 5 minutes each, we're going to have all of you vote on who got the best deal. Okay? So all you need to do at the end of this segment is to comment the name, either Aaron, Brian, or Carlos, and comment the name of who you think got the best deal for $50 or less. We have 5 minutes to do so. And my question is, guys, do we have to actually press the buy button, or are we just finding the deal?
I think we should just go all the way.
Got to pull the trigger.
You gotta buy. You gotta buy the shoe.
Taylor, if you're watching this, I love you, and it was not my idea.
All right. So, Aaron, do you have a timer ready to go?
Yo, honestly, guys, let's just do it all at once. 5 minutes. Let's put the timer on. Let the viewers get on this journey with us. At the end of the 5 minutes, once that timer hits 0, we all show what we got.
Oh my goodness.
Let's do it. All right. We're going.
We gotta still have some sort of communication. We can't just be quiet. So
I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna win this. All right, guys. 3.
Aaron probably already has
2,
something.
1. All right. 5 minutes. Here we go.
Are you gonna put us back on the screen, Aaron?
Yeah.
Okay. Man.
All right. Let's see. Where are you guys headed?
I'm on Grailed right now.
You're on Grailed?
I am on eBay.
But I'm quickly.
eBay. Ooh. Okay, let's see. All right, let's just show the clock real fast. 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
It has to be in our size, right?
It has to be in our size.
Ooh, okay. Just got interesting.
Ooh, okay.
I know Aaron probably already has something pulled up.
I don't. I'm looking for the best deal, man. There's a lot that you can buy. Oof.
Gosh, it has to be something I want too. Because
this is tough. Because I mean, we can find a good deal, but that doesn't mean we want it. That's why I said, do we have to buy it? Oh, jeez.
We gotta go all the way.
All right, 3 minutes and 42 seconds left, guys.
There's no way. There's no way.
Oh man,
This is Oh my gosh. Okay, so for those of you who are just tuning in, we're doing Frugal 50, which is something we created, which in 5 minutes we have $50 to spend on any platform. And at the end of the 5 minutes, you guys are going to choose who got the best pickup for $50 or under. Oh
Dang.
my gosh.
Yo, if any of you have anything for sale, $50, shoot me a message, size 12.
Jesse, send me a pair for $50.
Yo.
No.
Hook it up. Hook it up.
Jesse, send me a picture of a pair that you'll let go for $50 right now.
No, don't do it, Jesse.
No, that's cheating, Jesse. Jesse, don't help him out, man. Don't help him out.
Jesse's a cheat code. Gosh, how much time is left?
What if it's only accepting offers, like you can't buy now?
Then you got to find something you can.
What?
2 minutes and 20 seconds, guys. 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
How is this supposed to work? Because I see them and the price is right, but I can't buy them. Like I can just offer on them.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
I don't understand how that's against the rules, though.
Well, you have to buy them. You have to be able to have them.
Yeah, because what if you get outbid? Then did you really get the best deal?
Oh, this is stupid. I had my eyes on it then. Now I don't know what to do.
Golly. I think I was looking in the wrong place this whole time. No! Why do these have to be $53? I would have won.
Your size?
Yep.
All right, it's crunch time. 1 minute and 24 seconds.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, no. What am I going to do?
Dude, I got nothing.
Oof. Yo, I'm about to lose. I can't find it. I can't.
Yo, I'm like thinking like, we might have to add an extra 5 minutes because
No, the rules are the rules. 50. We got 45 seconds left, guys. 45 seconds left.
this is stressful.
This is super stressful.
I just pressed buy it now.
No way.
Yeah.
All right, 20 seconds.
Oh gosh, I have nothing. This is not good.
And bought.
This is not good.
Just bought it.
Oh my god.
Not good. No.
Time.
All right, take the clock off. Brian, did you buy them?
Oh man.
No, I didn't. But I can.
Buy it. You had 10 seconds. 9.
I don't want these.
Yo, Gene. So just for anyone who's tuning in right now, tuning in late. So we started a segment or a challenge called the Frugal 50. And we had 5 minutes to find something for $50 on any platform, eBay, Poshmark, OfferUp, Grailed, Goat, whatever it is. And then everyone's going to vote to see to see who we got or what we got and who got the best deal for the Frugal 50. All right, guys. Time's up. All right, so.
Oh my gosh. You know what I just noticed?
What?
This pair is in Portugal.
Oh, you're not getting them till.
I'm not getting them. Oh my gosh.
I just want to
That's an L for me.
Dang. So Brian, guys.
Wait, Gene, what do you got for me? What do you got for me, Gene?
No, Gene, that's cheating. See, who do I got? No one's looking out for me. Carlos, you got Jesse. Brian's got Gene. Bro.
Did they send
Aaron?
Golly, man.
Okay.
All right.
Well, all right, send me a screenshot of what you guys got so I can pull it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna share it to my screen right now. You sent yours?
Yeah. Dang it.
Hoy, this is tough.
That was tough, man. That was tough. We might have to do like a mid-season, like $100 challenge or something like that.
Aaron, what brand is yours?
Jordan.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
wow, Brian. What brand is yours, Brian?
It's a Nike.
Yeah, mine too.
All right, we'll start. We'll do CBA because your boy always has to go first. ABC. So we'll do CBA. Carlos, show us on the screen what you got.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wait. Who am I sending a screenshot to?
You can send it in our Facebook message, or you could share it on your screen. All right, Carlos is up first.
Gosh, I don't even.
Carlos, tell us how much you paid for them. Oh, there it is.
You can see some Air Force 2s. I haven't had Air Force 2s since 7th grade. That was the last time I had a pair of Air Force 2s. But I found these. I like the colorway. I actually don't like the colorway too much, but with 5 minutes, I like them a lot. So, no, the colorway is fine. It's not too bad. But just so you see that I did buy them, it says you paid, but the seller still needs to ship your item. So you can see I bought them.
Dang.
I'm having. I might need to pull it up on here because for some reason, and I'll just show you so you don't think I'm lying. When I go to pull it up, it gives me this error. But
you could send me a screenshot.
Yeah, but I can't pull up the shoe.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'll show you that I bought it just so no one thinks I'm lying. I'm just gonna hide any info.
Your payment info? Nah, put that out there, bro. No,
but see, purchase, deliver. Yep.
Okay.
So let me just. You can go ahead, Aaron, while I try to figure this out real quick.
All right. So these might not be everyone's cup of tea, but definitely mine. And so I got a pair of the 19 lows. Oh, I love the 19.
You already had those pulled up, man.
Hey, I had those in this. I was looking at those for a little bit, but and so you see the sold on the bottom for 44. I love Jordan 19s. I'm a huge fan of a lot of the Jordans past 14, which I don't think are pretty mainstream anymore. But so I got them for $44. Jordan 19 lows. I love these, man.
All right. Figure it out.
Yeah. Let me just share my screen real quick. This was a little more stressful than I thought, but
it was really stressful. My heart was pounding.
All right, you guys ready? Ryan, what'd you get? Oh, what?
So I picked up these
oh my goodness.
Hirachi Ecstasy from 2003. They're probably not wearable. I didn't even look through the picture. Yep, look, they're cracking.
Oh
no. Bro, you can't wear those.
Yeah, you're gonna have to cancel that, bro.
I mean, that looks like just separation.
Yeah,
we could wear these.
Chewing on it.
Oh boy.
Okay, man.
So we're getting a couple of votes already, but what we need you guys to do is comment the name of who you think won the Frugal 50. So we had 5 minutes, and we wanted to find the
So
best deal.
These aren't the ones from Portugal, just to be clear. If I would have got the ones from Portugal, I would have won for sure.
Who got the best deal for $50 or under? Take into consideration the condition, take into consideration how ugly errands are, and then take into how great mine are. So can we show the pictures one more time?
No.
Aaron's getting a lot of love right now.
All right, so these are mine.
Aaron's been planning this out for weeks.
No, I haven't. Yo, I did it. I forgot about these till we thought of that, and I was like, "Yo, I could probably." So these are mine.
I don't know if I'm counting this because I had 5 minutes. You've had like 3 weeks.
I had 5 minutes too. I had to go crazy.
I had 5 minutes too. I didn't know where they were at. I had to scroll through all the shoes that I had liked before.
Okay, so my list of likes in that app was like 4 long, so it probably didn't take you too long.
You want to see mine?
I'm not playing.
Those are Brian's.
I want to ask permission to cancel that.
Yeah, go for
it. I don't think you won, so you could cancel it.
I can't wear them.
You shouldn't wear them. Let's rephrase that. Oh man.
Yo, guys, it looks like I won.
I don't think the people commenting your name realize that you already knew that shoe was $44.
I didn't know it was $44.
It was in your liked stuff on Poshmark. Don't lie.
All right, let me show you the screen so you can see how many likes I have and how far back these go. I had to search for them. Let's see. You guys think I'm kidding? It probably would have taken me 10 minutes just to find them scrolling through the likes.
I changed my vote to Carlos.
Hey Travis, don't fall into the peer pressure, bro.
Devin, how are you gonna do that? How are you gonna do me like that? You don't even know Aaron.
Yeah, don't fall into the peer pressure.
All right, we're gonna have to call it here soon.
Look at this, guys.
Look how much he has saved. He has so much saved. He has so many options.
Is it our fault that you uncontrollably like every shoe? That's not our fault.
I don't. What you're saying, your justification is that I already knew that they existed. I didn't know. I found them and then I saw the price and I was like, oh, they fit.
Okay. Dude. I think technicality. I think they threw a flag. Is that how football works? They throw a flag when somebody does something wrong.
Dang, Carlos,
something against the rules. Is that how it goes?
Dude, Carlos's Air Force 2 beats my Beat shoes.
No.
What's wrong with Air Force 2s? Are you guys kidding me?
Hey, because Carlos had to make an argument to win, he should automatically be disqualified.
Listen, you're like a FUBU knockoff that you see hanging on a hanger at Walmart. That's what your shoes look like.
Hey, it's not my fault that FUBU bit Jordan.
Bootleggers, man.
Hey, I can probably buy some of yours at Kmart right now with a Shaq sign on them.
Yo, if you guys think we should do this again, let us know in the comments, please, because this was a lot of fun. It was very stressful. It would be cool if we had, a little more time. No, I think the 5 minutes is good, actually. It's fun.
Oh, my goodness.
But let us know if you want to see us do this again. It'll probably have to be on another random live that we do it.
Yeah.
But we can't be blowing too much money on random kicks. So,
oh, my goodness.
Oh, man. I'm mad. I hope the seller accepts to cancel that.
You hit that button. It's over. I'm sending you these shoes.
I obviously took the biggest L.
Hands down.
All right. I don't care if the one out of me and you, Aaron, because guess what? We both got a new pair of shoes. So, and when I say new, I mean incredibly used. But $50 is $50. So there's that. I may just cancel it after run next week.
Hey, Aaron, they call you a cheater.
Next week on the Goody Two Shoes show. Yeah, I think you should do the challenge again, but no cheating. So that's a great point, Devin. Thank you. Also, you for Aaron, and now you're cheating.
Next time, just keep your mouth shut. We would have never known, Aaron.
I didn't say it. You did. You're the one that said it.
Yeah, now he opened his mouth and he tried to blame it on you, Aaron. Look at it. Oh, this is great. Okay, so I am very much looking forward to next week's episode. He is in the comments right now. He should be watching. He is our good friend Ramsey. He is going to be on our next week's episode, and he has some important announcements to make, and he's got some fire sneakers to show. And I can't wait to have him on. We're gonna have a really good time with him. So tune in next week. Ramsey, we've tagged him in a couple of our posts on Instagram. We've shown a couple of pictures, and yeah, I don't know. Let's see if I have. I think I have the picture of him here on my computer that we can show real quick. Let me share my.
Just gonna show these off since I was supposed to, anyways. Danny Supa, we missed you.
Aaron, go ahead and share my picture real quick. Share my screen. So this is our guy Ramsey, and if you guys can't tell by looking at this picture, he's got some heat. He's got some heat this week. So this is just a little bit of a taste. And there's one shoe that's about eye level over to the right that I would wash his car weekly for the rest of my life if he'd let me have those shoes. If he'd let me pay like $250 for them, I'd wash his car for the rest of his life. So anyway, great dude, great sneakers, and it should be a great conversation. So canceled.
Yo, well, real fast before we head out, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in. I know that today's episode wasn't what we had planned and what we had been advertising all week that I know a lot of people were excited for, but we had a really good turnout this week, and we really appreciate you guys rocking with us each week. And that's not the only time we'll have, like, we're going to have crazy guests all season, including starting with Ramsey next week and our boy Jesse the week after that, or a couple weeks after that, but it's going to be a good season.
Yeah. Good times. We had a really good time tonight. My heart hasn't raced that long or that hard in a while. I can't even talk straight now, but that was stressful. It was a really good time. Thank you for your votes. Thank you for pointing out what's real and what is dishonest. So loved it. Great episode. We will see you all next week. And that is a wrap for episode 2 of the 2 Shoes Show.
Peace
out, guys.